Good morning. We are on our way to a little sightseeing tour, I guess you can call it. Because, as I mentioned in a previous video, we actually have our own crater lake here in Dalarna. And it's actually a pretty big one. It's the biggest one in Europe. So right now we are on our way to the first place. We have like 3 or 4 places we're gonna go to today. So and it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's this beautiful day. The sun is shining, and I'm looking forward to this. So I will see you when we arrive at our first destination. So we arrived at our first place. It's a place called Stigpushin, and this is a very good place where you can see how much chaos the meteorite made, because this happened 377 million years ago, and by that time this place was covered in water. Like, this was the sea, and it was warm because back then Scandinavia was on the southern part of the equator. So this was a nice warm little place until the meteorite hit and just turned everything upside down. So I'm going to show you behind me, or in front of me, behind you guys. You can see, I'll just show you, hold on. So this used to be the bottom of the sea, and normally it would lay like this, but now it's all chaos. So you can see how big of an impact this meteorite did. It's pretty crazy to think of. It just turned everything upside down. It is pretty cool. And this happened 377 million years ago. How cool is that? So this place is called Getryggen, which means goat back. And here you can see the timeline. So, you know, this is when the bedrock was formed, and we turned into a sea. We had a meteorite, and then we had the Ice Age. This is a long time ago, and you can still see it. It's so cool. There is actually a waterfall here, and it's really nice. It's ice everywhere, and I'm still in my ultras, so I don't want to risk breaking anything. So we're gonna go to the next place where you can actually see traces of the all the life that we had in the water back then, when it was nice and warm and cozy. So off to the next place. Okay, we arrived at our next stop, Amtjärnsbrottet, and this is where you can actually see like fossil from the animals and plants that lived in the sea, on the seabed. And it's a very cool place because you can, like, they're everywhere. So you just wait and see. So these are the ones that we're gonna see. I think most of the ones are these ones. But there's a whole bunch of them right over here. And as always, there's ice everywhere. But just around this corner is where we have our archaeological treasure. And remember I told you guys that I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was younger? So I love this. So here, in these rocks, they are. You're just gonna have to climb up there. Bear with me. Okay, so as you can see, if the sun is not in your way, same thing here. This was once a seabed, but now it's completely upside down because of the impact of the meteorite. But the walls are covered in sea lilies and like, look at that. These are millions and millions, like hundreds of millions years old. And you can just pick them up. How cool is that? And you see they're literally everywhere. So these were growing on the bottom of the tropical ocean. Sea lilies. Very cool. And if you look real close, you can see that you still have the texture on it. You can see the inside of them. And this is really fascinating stuff. So if you ever want to have a fossil of some sea lilies or whatever, you know, this is the place. This really is the place. And you know, if I would have been an archaeologist, this would be the place that I would find a dinosaur bone. And then, after that, I could die happily. Huh. So yeah, that's a very cool place. Ooh. So now I have to try and get down here. The easy part is to get up. The hard part is to get down. But okay, so now you've seen how the impact affected the layers of the bedrock, and you've seen creatures that lived on the bottom of this tropical ocean that we once lived in. And now it's time to go down to the bottom of this hole. Well, not to the bottom, but down to the actual lake. So I'll see you in Rättvik. Fun fact, this is actually my high school. So let's see if we can go in and see how it looks. It's pretty big. Alright, I'm gonna show you where I went to school. Just a sec. So we have different areas, I guess you can say. You have the stable with the horses, and we have cows and pigs, and there's a big greenhouse where you study plants and stuff. So this is like a farmer's school, whatever you want to call it. And here is the the animal house where you have the little animals, and that's where I studied. So in here you have all the tractors and stuff, and in here you have my animals. It's a pretty neat school. Can't really go in, but that's the animal house. And yeah, so the different options you could choose when you study here is either horses, either farmers' animals like cows and pigs and stuff, or what do you call it? Well, plant school, how to grow stuff, also grow crops and also flowers. And then you have my part that was animal care, which is more smaller animals, and you get to learn some animal care basics, and it's good if you want to study to be a veterinarian later, or if you want to work at the zoo, the animal store, if you want to breed animals, those kind of stuff. So I went here for 3 years, and it's right down by, well, it's in Rättvik, so it's right by the lake that we're gonna go to right now. This is where it happened. This is where the meteor struck and left a big hole. Big crater, so I guess you can call this our crater lake. And it is a really nice lake. That's actually my school, so it's really close. And I have a really long, whatever you call this, brygga, and a little park in the middle. But this is really nice, and it's pretty big. It is, I think it's the 6th biggest lake in Sweden, but it's pretty chilly here right now and windy, so we're gonna head back because we have one more stop, and that is the Viewpoint. So I will see you on the way up there. So here it is. That's our crater lake, also called as Siljan. So they believe that when the meteorite hit, it was 5 kilometers in diameter, and the actual crater was 52 kilometers or 32 miles in diameter. So it's a pretty big one, I'd say. Yep, pretty big one. So they have a little hostel here if you want to live. They have a cafe and a view tower, so you can get even higher up, but it's closed now. And you got some mini golf. It's actually really nice up here. So if you're in the area, definitely come visit. So this place is called Viewpoint. But I will probably put some links in the description about all this. So yeah, that's the end of our tour for now. So we are done with our little tour of Siljansringen, the ring of Siljan. And I hope you liked it. I just felt that since you showed me, well, since the PST showed me Crater Lake in Oregon, I wanted to show you our Crater Lake in Dalarna. It is not as big and it's not as impressive, but it is still pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked it, and I don't know, maybe there's something else around here that I can show you. I'm not sure, but for now, take care. Bye.